Hello and welcome to the revision of the ICT paper that was done in December 2022 by certified public accountants and certified secretaries. Question 1 reads, A. State 4 disadvantages of implementing information systems in an organization. Disadvantages of implementing information systems in an organization. The first disadvantage is cost. All right? The cost for hardware, software, infrastructure, training, and so on. The second disadvantage is resistance to change. Employees may resist such changes. Number 3 is security risks. 4, technical issues. So those are 4 disadvantages we are going to discuss in answering the first question. State 4 disadvantages of implementing information systems in an organization. This is question 1. Question 1. Disadvantages of implementing information systems in organizations. Number 1, cost. Cost. Implementing information systems can be expensive, involving costs for software, hardware, infrastructure, training, and maintenance. So organizations may need to allocate significant financial resources to acquire and maintain the necessary technology, which can be a strain on the organization, a strain on the budget of an organization. 2, resistance to change. Resistance to change. Implementing information system often requires changes in business processes and workflows. So employees may resist such changes, fearing job loss or even increased workloads. So resistance to change can slow down the implementation process and may even hinder the adoption and utilization of the new information system. Security risks. Information systems candidates stores and process sensitive data, making them vulnerable to security breaches such as hacking, data theft, and unauthorized access. And organizations need to invest in robust security measures as well as protocols to protect their systems and data from potential threats. 4, technical issues. Technical issues. Information systems can encounter technical challenges such as hardware and software failures, compatibility issues, system crashes, or even network disruptions. And these issues can result in downtime, reduced productivity, and frustration among users. So organizations may need to have proper technical support and contingency plans to address such issues effectively. So these are 4 challenges of implementing information system. 1, cost. 2, resistance to change. 3, security risks. 4, technical issues. 4 marks. That is part 1. Part 2 reads, explain 5 computer hardware components that are required when establishing a multimedia platform for e-commerce. Computer hardware components required when establishing a multimedia platform for e-commerce. The first hardware component is the central processing unit. The CPU. The CPU is the brain of the computer system and handles the processing of data. It performs calculations, executes instructions, it manages the overall operation of the system, and so on. So a powerful CPU is essential for handling multimedia tasks effectively and efficiently. Graphics processing unit. Graphics processing unit. One may also need the graphics processing unit, which is responsible for rendering and processing graphic intensive tasks such as high resolution images, videos, animations, and so on. It accelerates the processing of visual data, ensuring a smooth playback and also display of multimedia content. So when installing multimedia platform and establishing a multimedia platform, is important to have the graphics processing unit. 3. Random access memory. Random access memory, the RAM. RAM is a temporary storage that holds data and instructions that the CPU needs for immediate processing. And for the multimedia platforms or applications, a sufficient amount of RAM is required to handle the large data sets and facilitate smooth multitasking and multimedia processing. Random access memory. 4. Hard drive disk. Hard drive disk. HDD. Right? Or what may be required, if not a HDD, is what we call solid state drive. The solid state drive, the SSD, the solid state drive. Now, candidate storage drives are essential for storing multimedia files such as images, videos, audio files, and other e-commerce content. So HDDs provide larger storage capacities at a lower cost, while SSDs offer faster data access and improved system performance. So when establishing a multimedia platform for e-commerce, a hard disk drive or a solid state drive may be essential. 5. Computer. These are 4. Then number 5, sound card and speakers. Sound card and speakers. For multimedia platforms, a sound card is necessary to provide high quality audio output, and combined with speakers or even headphones, it enables users to experience audio content that is associated with e-commerce, such as product demos, testimonials, background music, and so on. So candidates, these are the components, and these components work together to support multimedia content creation, storage, processing, and presentation in an e-commerce environment. Number one, central processing unit. Then we have the GPU, graphics processing unit, the random access memory, the hard drive disk, the solid state disk, and sound card and speakers. These are 5 components, 5 marks. Part C reads, using an example, explain how one would use a goal-seek function in a business. How one would use goal-seek function. How one would use goal-seek function. Using an example, using an example, explain how one would use a goal-seek function. Now, first of all, what is this goal-seek function? What is a goal-seek function? Now, a goal-seek function is a tool. It is a tool that is available in spreadsheet software such as Microsoft Excel that allows users to find the input value needed to achieve a desired result. And it is particularly useful in business scenarios where users want to determine the required input value to reach a specific goal or target. That's why it is being referred to as goal-seek. Goal-seek. For example, let's consider a business that wants to determine the number of units it needs to sell in order to reach a desired profit level. And we know businesses have fixed costs, variable costs per unit, and even the target profit amount. So by using the goal-seek function, the user can input the target profit as the desired result and then instruct the software to find the corresponding number of units that are needed to be sold in order to get the profit target. So that is an example of, the question says, explain, using an example, explain how one would use goal-seek function in a business. And that is how one would use goal-seek function. I've given you an example of where a business would want to achieve a certain profit, but it does not know the number of units to produce. So that goal-seek function that is found in Excel, in spreadsheet software like Microsoft Excel, can be used to find the input value needed to achieve a desired result. So it is a tool that is found in spreadsheet software. It is a tool found in spreadsheet software like Microsoft Excel. It is a tool that is found in spreadsheet software, or a tool that is available in spreadsheet software like the Microsoft Excel, that allows users to find the input value, that allows users to find the input value. I've given an example where an organization would want to achieve a certain target profit. And the profit candidates is an output. There are things that you do before you hit a certain target profit. Say 10 million. If an organization has a target of say 10 million, then the company has to work towards achieving that target. The company has to sell certain amounts of units. A business may want to determine the number of units that may be needed to, say, earn a profit of Kenya shillings 10 million. How many units can be sold for company A to hit a target of profit of 10 million, target profit of 10 million? So a goal-seek function that is available in spreadsheet software like Microsoft Excel can be used by the user to find the target input, to find the input, you understand, that will help the company achieve the target profit. And we know a business may have fixed costs, variable costs per unit, and so on. Because we know profit is a function of fixed costs, variable costs, and sales. Do you understand? So by using the goal-seek function, the user can input the target profit as the desired result and then instruct the software to find the corresponding number of units that needs to be sold. Number of units that need to be sold. The number of units that needs to be sold with the fixed cost that a company incurs, the variable cost per unit, with these inputs, then the desired profit can be attained. But the starting point is the target profit. The software can help the user to determine the number of units to be sold in order to achieve the profit of 10 million. So that is how one would use a goal-seek function. The question is, using an example which I have given here, explain how one would use a goal-seek function in a business. So explaining what I've explained would earn you the 5 marks. I repeat, part D, explain 3 problems that could be encountered when using a computerized accounting software. Problems that could be encountered when using a computerized accounting software. The first problem is technical issues. The second problem is data integrity and security. Then the third one is learning curve and training. Learning curve and training. Technical issues. Technical issues. Computerized accounting software relies on technology infrastructure, and technical problems can arise, such as software glitches, such as e.g. software glitches, software glitches. We may have crashes, system crashes, the system may crash. There could also be compatibility issues. Compatibility issues. So these are some of the technical issues that one may encounter when using a computerized accounting software. We are talking of compatibility. This is compatibility issues to do with compatibility with other systems or other software, or even troubleshooting, problems with troubleshooting to resolve issues. So that's the first problem that one can encounter when using a computerized accounting software. Data integrity, number 2. Data integrity and security. Data integrity and security. Computerized accounting software manages what we call sensitive financial data. We are talking about accounting. Accounting has to do with finances or financials. So a computerized accounting system manages sensitive financial data, and maintaining data integrity and security is crucial. And problems can occur if there are no data entry errors, right? If there are data entry errors, then problems can occur. If we have data corruption, then problems could also occur, or even problems to do with unauthorized access to the system. And therefore, adequate data backup, adequate access controls, and security measures should be implemented to mitigate such risks. Data integrity and security. 3. Learning curve and training. Learning curve and training. Candidates transitioning to computerized accounting software may require employees to acquire new skills and to adapt to new processes. And some users may encounter challenges in learning the software functionalities, or even struggle with understanding complex accounting concepts in a digital environment. So adequate training and support are essential to ensure effective use of the software and minimize user errors. So candidates, these are some of the problems. They are not the only problems. There are many problems, but all in all, it is important for organizations to be aware of these potential problems and take appropriate measures such as regular software updates, data backup procedures, training programs, in order to address and mitigate any issues that may arise when using a computerized accounting software. So these are 3 problems. 6 marks. 2 marks. 2 marks. 2 marks total. 6 marks. 6 marks. So thank you for attending the lesson. We've answered question 1, December 2022. In our next session, we are going to answer question number 2. Bye-bye.